Hi everyone, so as it's the hottest day on earth, I wanted to talk to you today about the warm-up. But I don't want to talk to you about the traditional old school way of warming up. I want to share a few tips and tricks to help you get the results that you're after, whilst reducing your likelihood of getting injured and increasing your performance. So when we refer to the warm-up, we're really talking about this initial phase of the session. And we've all done an old school warm-up. You get there, swing the arms, a few squats, a few press-ups, and if you did PE with me at school, it was run to the tree and back, and it gets us warm. Now, it does get us warm, and that's an important part of that initial phase of the session, because when muscle temperature is increased, our soft tissue becomes more efficient at handling stretch and force, and that's been shown to be really important to reduce the likelihood of getting injured or a soft tissue injury. In terms of core temperature increasing, that's important because it speeds up reactions and it helps our respiratory and cardiovascular system. However, we've all been there. We might see it as a bit tedious, dare I say even a bit boring, not as important as the main session. Now, this is the reason why we don't do the warm-up at Cave. What we focus on is physical preparation. And if this is our session here, we don't just do an old school warm-up for 5 minutes. We spend at least 20 minutes training properly, and what we call it is physical preparation. And what physical preparation is working on your strengths, your weaknesses, your restrictions, with a view of not only what you're doing for this session afterwards, but what things do we need to be working on for you individually long term. So it's all about earning the right. The more preparation in here, the harder you can train, the more complex you can train, and the more volume you can train, so you can train for longer. Not only can you do more in that session, you'll be able to do more longer term. Now, physical preparation is not a drawn out warm-up, it's a training session in itself, and that's really important. Because when you accumulate 20-minute blocks at the beginning of every session, and most of us are training 3 days a week, by the end of the month that's 4 quality training sessions that you've done. So it's time well spent, or could be time wasted. I'll give you an example. Most of us are working at a desk or behind a car, so we're in this flexed position all day. We turn up, if we do an old school warm-up, yes, we get ourselves warm, but how have we spent any decent time getting us out of these postures, ready to go into some positions and to do movement patterns which need us to be out of these flexed positions? When are we spending time working on your individual limitations and restrictions? For us, this is how we do it, when we do it. And if you cut it short, we feel like you're missing a big trick. So physical preparation will not only help you train harder and for longer in your main session, from a long-term perspective, you'll be able to train with more consistency and volume over the year.